When I was younger, I really liked the feeling of feeling productive and getting things done. I started weightlifting as my first kind of productive thing, and it gave me a sense of accomplishment during the day. But a problem came with that, and that was that I would feel kind of empty when I wasn't productive. I wanted more productive things that I could fill out my day with, but at the time I wasn't sure what that could be. You know, everyone online always gave these kind of vague answers like, oh, be productive, work on a business, or just take action, but you're not sure what action to take. If you found this video, that means you're probably in the very start of self-improvement, and you're looking for more productive tasks that you can fill out your free time with. You feel kind of bad when you're not productive, and you feel very good when you're productive. You want more concrete tasks that you can do, just like going to the gym, so that you can feel productive more during the day. For me, there would be a time when I came home from the gym, and I would think, like, what more is there to do? Just feeling empty, but wanting to do more. And what happened is I played video games instead to fill my time, because I didn't know what to do. But then there was a moment when I realized that I didn't even enjoy playing video games anymore. I just do it because I guess I was kind of addicted, and I did it to just fill up my free time. But I managed to quit eventually and realized how much time that was free to fill with productive tasks. And you might still think that, oh, but how am I supposed to fill 8 hours of free time? Listen, this is what I did. Whenever I felt like I was doing nothing, I would try to learn, like just some form of learning. Podcasts was my favorite option. I would go and watch a podcast on a subject that I had been thinking about recently. For example, if I thought about how I could build more muscle, then I would watch a podcast on how I could build more muscle. If I thought about making a business, starting YouTube, on mindset, like whatever I thought about that I wanted to improve on, I watched a podcast on it, and I would gain more knowledge about it. Reading is another thing, just like some form of learning that you can implement into your life. And there is a very common advice that's something like this, like get off YouTube and just take action. And that advice, it seems so good, but when you don't know what action to actually take, like what are you going to take action on? And that's why I think through constant learning you will simply get more knowledge. And I think that there's oftentimes one piece of knowledge, that final piece of the puzzle that keeps you from pursuing the life that you want. So by constantly learning from successful people, you will eventually find that advice where it just clicks. One of the main things that's kept me disciplined is a quote that I heard from Chris Williamson on his podcast Modern Wisdom. It goes something like this, right? When you reach a difficult point, think that this is where most people quit, but I don't want to be like most people, so I'm gonna keep going until I get to where I want to get. Something like that, right? It's not spot on, but I heard that from a podcast, and since hearing that, it has kept me going. It was that piece of advice that I needed to take my next few steps. Something else that you can do is to deep journal. That is when you answer a question that you have been thinking about recently. Maybe you had a shower thought, but you didn't really think it through thoroughly. This is what I do. I sit down with a Google document and some ambient music, and I ask that question again, and I write about it. I write down every single thought that I get about it until I come to a clear answer to that question. The interesting thing about this is that your mind will gravitate toward a problem or issue that you want to fix. Could be that you're thinking a lot about working out, so the main problem that you want to fix is your physique. Maybe could be if it gravitates towards business and money. It might be that you want to become an entrepreneur and make more money. And what deep journaling does is it clears a more clear path, so you really know what you want to do. And that thing that bothered you, that question that you answered but you wasn't quite sure what it was, that thing that bothered you is now gone. Feels kind of like a chain around you is released. It's really hard to explain, but the only way you will know is if you try it yourself. But think of it as a way of getting to know yourself more, getting to know why you think like you actually do. And we know that thinking is one of the only things that we can truly control, so it might be worth it to give it a try. Those were 2 things that I did to spend my time more productively. It might not sound like much, but I think that this is what will get you This is what truly will get you to your purpose, to figure out what your purpose is. Learning from podcasts to get that final piece of advice to keep you going. Journaling to find out more about yourself and get to know what you really, really want and why you think like you do, so you can control your mind better. And I think combined, these two things will eventually get you to where you want to go. So next time you find yourself not being productive and wasting time, try to journal or watch a podcast, and you will find that your days will be much more productive. Take care and see you soon.